What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Jade Farrar for the Jade Farrar Show, and Happy New Year, guys. It's really great to be here with you today to bring you another video. I've been thinking a lot about what a new year means. It's a time for reflection, it's a time for renewal, and it's a time for setting those resolutions that we never end up following, maybe not even a month into the year. But it's been a time for me to think about how far we've come as a society, and there are so many things that I'm proud of in terms of human rights. What I'm most excited about is the fact that Auckland City has really got its act together in terms of its public transport. I can now take a train independently, and most of the buses are fully wheelchair accessible and provide voice-over navigation. That being said though, this video is about 7 things that I've identified are still accessibility issues. Now granted, some of these are very silly, but some others are actually quite serious in terms of human rights, and I just wanted to share my day-to-day experience living in Auckland City with you. I'd love to hear your feedback on this video, by the way. Please leave a comment down below. Also, I'm planning another video on some really awesome things in terms of accessibility for Auckland City, and if I've made that video already, you'll see it in the link up here. Anyway guys, without any further ado, here's my 7 things that are still accessibility issues for 2017. Check it out. Number 1, the toilets will still be locked. Now I had to start with this one, guys, because even to this day, you know, I've been disabled a fair while now, but even to this day, I just can't understand why this is still a thing. I don't know any other pocket of society that needs to deal with locked toilets. In practice, what it means is I'll find a toilet, I'll find that it's locked. I better not be busting, really. I have been informed on at least one occasion that the reason why toilets are being locked around the city and in other places as well is because people will use the bathrooms for sexual relations. I actually couldn't think of a least romantic place to be doing that kind of thing. The important thing to reflect on is the fact that I don't actually have the option to use any other bathroom, whereas, you know, regular able-bodied people actually do. Please be more considerate when making your bathroom choice in the future. It really does impact on people like me. Hey, Hannah?
Yeah?
You know how I needed to go?
Yeah?
I don't need to go anymore.
Why?
I've been. Number 2, not being able to use an ATM because they're too high. Again, as with the toilet thing, I really don't understand why this is a thing. You know, everybody should be able to do their banking independently and with ease. As you can see from this video I'm showing you right now, it's not easy for me at all, and I often have to be very strategic on where exactly I do my banking. I'd just like to reach out to all banks, it doesn't matter which. Unfortunately, we are demonstrating ASB here today, but I'd like to reach out to all banks and say, why is this a thing, and can we please fix it very soon? I am aware that some ATMs are at wheelchair accessible height, but they are few and far between. And I can just feel it right now that there are people in the comment section saying most banking is done online anyway, and why do you even need cash? And I'd have to agree on that point, but there are going to be situations where you just do need cash, and why should I be treated any differently to anybody else when that is the case? Number 3, product islands in the middle of walkways. This one is a little bit difficult to explain, so I'm gonna throw some B-roll up right now. This is me at my local pharmacy, and as you can see, there are baskets full of products right in the middle of the walkway. This is very difficult to navigate if you have mobility aids like wheelchairs. This is another example of me at my local JB Hi-Fi. Now this example isn't so bad, but I've always wondered why this is a thing. I can appreciate that retailers want to make the absolute most of their space to be able to sell their customers things. But we need to be able to buy those things. Retailers need to be considerate of all access needs. Product islands limit my ability to have a quality shopping experience, and I have just as much buying power as anybody else. A dollar is a dollar in anybody's hand. And I'd just like retailers to be able to consider the fact that you're cutting out quite a significant market. If we go by the standard figures, 25% of all New Zealanders have a disability. So you're limiting the ability for 25% of the people to be able to have an enjoyable shopping experience. This doesn't happen everywhere, and I can just feel the comment section getting warmed up and fired up about what I'm saying. But for me, where I live in the CBD of Auckland City, I cannot understand why this is a thing. And I know I've said this a lot in the video, but all of these things surprise me quite a lot. Let's move on to the next one. Number 4, the McDonald's self-service screens are too tall. Now, yes, I'd be the first to say that this is definitely a hashtag first world problem, but why can I not use the self-service screen independently without pressing the wheelchair button? I think these things are amazing. The fact that you can build your own burger or your own meal and pay for it right at the terminal, absolutely fantastic. And as I said, there is the ability to press the accessibility button, which is a small wheelchair in the bottom right hand corner, and it'll shrink the screen down to the bottom half, which is great in a way, but I really do wish that McDonald's thought about making these accessible to all people from the get-go. Number 5. In 2017, I still can't buy a computer. Now again, I appreciate that you can do most of this online. You don't actually need to go into a store to buy a computer, but for me, I enjoy the ability to get expert advice and have a conversation about my needs when I'm building a computer or some piece of hardware for my apartment. PB Tech on Queen Street in the inner city is actually in a heritage building, which means they're not technically obligated to provide wheelchair accessible access. I am a big fan of computer hardware. I've spent a lot of money on it over the years. And this takes us right back to what I was saying about JB Hi-Fi and the pharmacy. You're limiting my ability to participate in your retail experience. As much as I can appreciate the importance of preserving heritage, there needs to be a counter provision that provides for wheelchair accessibility. There are laws about this stuff, guys. There are actual conventions on disability. And stay tuned for a video that I've got planned about that, by the way. But I'm just really, really disappointed. Can you tell I'm disappointed yet? I've said that quite a bit in the video so far. Number 6. I can't eat at Better Burger. This is an interesting one because under new management, Better Burger have decided to raise all the tables up to bar stool height. I actually don't know why they decided to do that. It doesn't make a difference to anybody else whether they sit up high or down on ground level. But what I'm saying here is I used to be able to eat at Better Burger, but now I can't. And as a result of that, I've decided not to eat there anymore, period. This is a perfect example actually of this theme that we've been carrying throughout the video, where you're limiting my ability to spend money at your establishment. I mean, look at this B-roll. If I was deciding to have a burger with my family or friends, this would definitely not be the place we would do it at. So this is a bad apple, Better Burger. I hope you get it sorted. And finally, number 7. To be able to get a mobility taxi, I need to give 1 week's notice. Now, I'm exaggerating a little bit here, but it is really difficult to get a mobility taxi in Auckland City. And I've created a bit of a clip for you to better explain the issue. Here it is. Oh, hi there. I was wondering if I'd be able to get a wheelchair taxi at all.
Not at the moment. They're really fully booked out at the moment. Okay then, alright.
Okay, cheers.
Okay.
Bye. Bye. I was just calling to find out how much notice you needed for someone to book a taxi. Would I be able to get a taxi now, or?
Where about is the pickup?
I live in the city.
In the city?
Yeah.
There's no driver in the city right now. I don't have any driver on the road. There's just one driver and he's going to Henderson to drop over his last ticket.
Okay.
It's not possible, I think.
It's not possible right now.
Yeah, right now it's not possible.
Okay.
Address, please.
I was just wondering, do you guys have wheelchair accessible taxis?
Hold on, Malice. We have one out there, but he's Freddie's not on at the moment, so we don't have any available at the present time.
Okay, how much notice would I need to give if I wanted to order one?
Probably need at least 24 hours, if not longer. Depends on just when he's available.
Okay, so
Driver for the vehicle.
so you've literally only got one driver for your company, is that right?
One wheelchair then, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Cheers, bye.
Well, taxis will help you.
Oh, hi there. I was wondering if it'd be possible to get a wheelchair accessible taxi, please.
Oh, when do you need it?
Now if possible.
Where's the pickup from?
The city? Yeah, I just wanted to call ahead before I confirm the booking though, because often taxi companies have trouble getting taxis, so I wanted to find out if you can do it before I confirm.
Once again, let me check it out for you. Stand alone.
Yep.
I'm sorry, sir. There's nothing available right now. They all are busy doing dialysis jobs, so there's a wait time going on of at least two to 3 hours.
2 to 3 hours to get a taxi.
That's right, yeah, but nothing for anything right now.
Okay, thank you for that. If anything changes for me, I'll give you a call back.
That's okay, sir. No worries. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye. Guys, that brings us to the end of my video on 7 things that are still accessibility issues in 2017. I've had a lot of fun bringing you this video today. It was probably one of the more complicated that I've ever done in terms of B-roll and audio production. If you have any feedback on this episode or any episodes that I've ever done, you can leave a comment in the comment section. If you feel like being awesome, please leave a like on this video, and to be caught up with all future episodes on the Jade Farrar Show, subscribing is a good idea. To help you on your journey, I've left some suggestions to the right of me that you can click on right now. Anyway guys, I really appreciate you taking the time to look at this video, and thank you for being a part of the journey. Thank you for being a part of the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.